Guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today I'm going to take you guys through sort of how I navigate a photo shoot that has talent, right? And talent is anything from, your friends, models, influencers, anyone who's going to be participating in the shoot to highlight the food, the drinks, the products, whatever they're going to be, highlighting the reason they really brought you in the first place, which is to market what they got to sell at this bar or restaurant. So I wore my Meta glasses. I captured basically first person point of view of what I see, the settings on my camera, when I choose to shoot, how I direct, and everything in between. So I'm going to take you through step by step of why I'm making the decisions I'm making, how I'm like navigating the room and figuring out like that's a good background. Oh, perfect. These two look together, like really good together right now. Let's get them to cheers. Hey, these drinks look a little low. Let's get two more drinks in the queue coming out. And you guys are going to do, a tacos cheers, right? That kind of thing. So I'm just going to take you guys through, what you're seeing that I'm seeing and how I make those decisions. So I'm going to jump into QuickTime here and do a little screen recording. This is an example of just a shot that I set up here at Bartulio's in Wynwood, Miami, right? So we had about, let's see here, I'm going to pause this for a second right here. So I have my light here on a 45-degree angle down. It's basically hitting everybody here at the table. I'm using an AD300 Pro, which is just an off-camera flash. It's a pretty powerful one. You don't necessarily need that, but I like it. It does the job. It has really good recycle time, meaning you can shoot, and it'll never really overheat. You'll never have to wait on it to, sort of reload to be able to shoot again. The flash is always ready to go. Obviously, I have it set up here on my like really lightweight mobile light stand. That way it's not in the way for people that are working because the place is open for business. So the last thing we want is someone tripping on your stand. So again, I got a 45-degree angle down on my AD300 Pro flash. I got a softbox on it, not a big one. It's all you're gonna need. Even with 5 people, that flash softbox does the trick, right? And I would say that's probably, if I had to guess, an 18-inch softbox. You can go a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller if you want. So I'm gonna skip through just a little bit more. So we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people here. Most of them are friends, with the exception of this gentleman right here. Everyone sort of met him for the first time. These are not professional models. These are not influencers. These are just a couple friends of mine who brought their friends that just wanted some free drinks and free food in exchange for doing content at no cost, which is really like one of the best ways to go about it, because everyone's there to have a good time. They're not there, money first. They're there to just, have a good time with their friends, and that always is really what we're trying to capture, right? We're trying to capture what it's like to go to Bartulio's and, the experience you're gonna have with your friends getting margaritas and stuff like that. So the first thing we do is the moment everyone sits down, let's get a round of drinks, everybody, right? So we have everyone sit down, get a round of drinks. Everyone loosens up a little bit because everyone's a little bit nervous about being on camera, especially if this is not what they do. But that's fine. Everyone gets to know each other. They have some laughs. They look at the menu. The best part about doing something like this shoot was literally just to get as much lifestyle content as possible. So it wasn't so much about the individual items that they were trying to highlight. It was more about a group of people having a good time at this place, right? That's what they want to sell. That's what they want the content to be used for, is Instagram ads, for their social media in general, to just get people to walk through the door. Like, wow, look at these young, good looking, fun people laughing, having a good time, enjoying our food, enjoying our drinks, right? And then my job is to capture and communicate that to the audience, right? So one round of drinks, everyone's starting to loosen up, laugh, have a good time. And then they're looking at the menu and I'm basically saying, guys, order whatever you want. The owner said, we can bring out anything. They just want it to look like a good time. So you can actually pick the stuff you want to eat, which is good, because sometimes dishes are going to come out and there are specific dishes that need to be highlighted, and the person who's posing with them maybe is vegan or vegetarian or doesn't like tacos or doesn't like this or that, so they're kind of faking it, whereas opposed to, hey, order whatever you want. We want you to have a good time, eat, enjoy it, and have these authentic experiences on camera. Completely different, right? So it's people are ordering the tacos they want and the fajitas they want and the cocktails they want. So they're super excited when they come out. It shows on camera. So I'm just going to take you through sort of just now that I've painted the scene, how I sort of follow through and shoot the content, right? So here we go. So this is probably around the second round of drinks, and everyone's kind of talking, hanging out, they're on their phones, whatever, looking at the menu. And I'm basically telling everybody here, all right, guys, we're gonna start shooting here. Let's get you guys to all do a cheers shot. It's the best shot to start with because it's just easy. You say cheers, everyone knows exactly what that means. Now, the trick here, right, the first thing people might do is you know, we want to keep it low to the table, right? Just for this first shot. A big mistake people make when you say cheers is they'll hold them up like this and they'll block their faces. You don't want that. So already you're off to a good start. Drinks on the table. We got menus in the background. As you can see on the back of my camera, I'm snapping. Then I'm moving a little bit, snapping. We got a person in the background now. Then I'll zoom in a little bit, snap, snap, snap. Coming over here, different people in the background, snap, snap. Now, as you can see here, you know, the focus is always the drinks in the center, in the lower third here. But I'm changing. Now I want to get a horizontal shot with everybody together here cheersing. And what I'm doing is I'm snapping so fast for multiple reasons. One, I'm trying to get as much content as I can out of a single shot because it could be used in a bunch of different ways. I'm trying to get everybody while their energy is fresh, right? After about 30 seconds, people are like, all right, how much longer are we gonna stand here like this, right? You wanna keep the action fun and exciting, right? You wanna keep the dopamine levels up. So I'm basically within 10, 15 seconds saying, guys, great, great, great. Everyone look at somebody. All right, now everyone look at somebody else. And then I'm zooming in and I'm zooming out and I'm shooting and I'm shooting and I'm turning and I'm turning and I'm getting as much as I can from just this cheer shot. Now here's a little bit more of an angled shot from above, you can see, right? To get all the drinks together, a lot of hands, some people in the background. And what I'm doing is I'm just trying to get as much content as possible for just this first shot. And that's really how I replicate every single shot of this, is how many different angles and styles can I get in as little time as possible of each of these different styles. So now I tell everybody like, hey, let's make a change, okay? I'm going to maybe move this light around. We're gonna highlight different faces, right? So now the highlight of this light will be on these two, right? As before, they were more of in the foreground. Now they're gonna be the main focus, right? So same thing, I'll probably say, hold that drink right out front. Now again, this is one of those situations she held it too high. And I said, all right, angle it down a little bit. We don't wanna block your face, right? And now, as you can see here on the back, right? She's fixing her hair. Everyone gets that quick moment of insecurity of just like, oh, I hope I look good. Always reassure them, let them know like, hey, you're doing just fine. You're gonna look great. Don't worry, I Photoshop everything. So here we go. Drink in frame. She's smiling. I'll probably say, all right, let's look left. There, I knew exactly what I was gonna do. Right, look left, look back at me, look down at the drink, right? And I'm shooting and I'm snapping and I'm shooting and I'm snapping. Look to the left. Let's have you take a sip. Focus on the drink. Got it, boom, and so on. So this is sort of how I replicate everything. I will go from person to person and just say, hey, let's do a cheer shot. Hey, look at her and smile. Look down at the menu, right? And I keep it very fast. There's not that much sitting around. There's not that much not doing anything. You know, the goal is to get content. Right? This is not a shoot of, hey, we need the perfect shot of a steak. We want to show people having a good time. The more I can post about this, the better. The more options I have to post, the better. So really what you could do is 10 different combinations of every drink with different faces, 10 different combinations of every dish with different faces, people smiling, people looking down, people looking up, people looking across the room, cheer shots and everything in between. I think it's great to have a group of friends like this who are gonna really like bring their all, because it's a much more comfortable experience. They're already gonna have chemistry, but your job is to just keep it light and fun and high energy in a situation like this. You want everyone to feel confident. You want everyone to feel like they're doing a good job. And obviously, like, you know, the product is right now sort of equal to the talent in this, where we're trying to highlight the drinks, but we're also trying to highlight the people, right? If it was just the cocktail by itself, it would be more of a meticulous, detail-oriented shoot. This is more about capturing the vibe. So that's just a little bit about how I shoot. So I'm gonna actually just quickly go back here and I'm gonna play this in real time so you can literally see and hear what I say. Go, everyone's drinks are together. Beautiful, look at that. Big smiles looking at each other and big laughs. Yup. Beautiful, look at somebody else and start laughing. Perfect, perfect. Awesome, all right. Who's got the most full drink? That might be you, right? All right, do me a favor, hold that up right here for me. With that sign in the background, right there, like that, Gatsby style. There you go. Tilt it forward a little bit. Smile. Looking at your friends with a smile. Back at me. Perfect. Go for a sip. When you take a sip, look with your eyes that way. Exactly. You look that way.
Perfect.
Boom.
Beautiful. Wow. Wow. Really good.
And obviously I'm continuing to let them know like, hey, you're doing great. Oh, perfect, beautiful, came out great. The last thing you want is them in their heads thinking, oh, does he like the photos? Do I look good? Is it coming out good? Let them know it's good. Let them believe it's good. Make sure that they have that confidence running throughout the shoot. And then at some point, if you're confident in what you're shooting, you could show them and say, look how great it's coming out. But you want to really instill that confidence to get the most out of your talent. I'm going to just run through a couple of the shots that we got from that shoot that you just witnessed and show you what the end result was. Guys, thanks so much for watching this. I hope you enjoy this little slideshow right now.